Guys, how's it going? It is your boy Manga Man Drew here to talk to you and react to Jujutsu Kaisen Manga Chapter 155. And boy oh boy, this is most likely going to be an amazing chapter because obviously it's Jujutsu Kaisen. Last chapter we were able to see Panda and Megumi fight off one of Hikari's henchmen or woman. Hopefully we get clarification in this chapter. But we also got to see them use their power, as well as we got to see at the end of the chapter Hikari talking with Itadori. So most likely in this chapter we are going to see Hikari and Itadori come into conflict, either verbally or potentially physically, and we may get Hikari's curse technique revealed. So I can't wait to read it, so I'm going to start reacting to it right now. Here it is. Yep, we're starting off with Itadori and Hikari talking as we have Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 155, Fever. Ooh, are we going to be reaching a fever pitch? Ooh. As we have Hikari saying, Itadori, would you believe me if I said you could work 1 hour a day and make 1 million yen a month? As you have Itadori's like, huh? That depends on what I have to do. As Hikari's like, well, for that info, you gotta pay 200,000 yen. Wow! He's like, nah, I don't trust that. I mean, no, that's literally a scheme. As he's like, you guessed it, it's a classic con. The swindler rakes in by pretending to be rich and selling tips to how to get rich. It's pretty obvious, but there's a stupid number of stupid people out there. It's all has to do with fever. Ooh, this is coming from Hikari. It's like, and Itadori's like, fever? Both the deceiver and the deceived are in a fever to change their lives. People get high on the fever and make mistakes. However, without it, people can't even fall in love. And me, I love the fever. Oh, do you know a more direct way of dealing with the fever? As Itadori's like, gambling? He's like, haha, yeah, you do know. Life itself is a gamble. Lots of girls have dumped me because they hate gambling, but they don't understand. Society tramples on guys who can't bet big, but guys who don't know when to quit. Everyone gambles. What they hate is losing and going to ruin. Wow, yeah, that's a different perspective to look at it. As we have Itadori's like, don't some people just want peaceful lives? As Hikari's like, I don't know anyone like that. I love the fever, and the fever is gambling, and gambling is life, and love is control. I want to control this country's fever through the Fight Club. Now that the existence of cursed spirits is public knowledge and the Jujutsu headquarters is barely functioning, this is my chance to expand the business. I want to take care of all obstacles so that I can take advantage of the coming revision of Jujutsu regulations and make them publicly acknowledge the existence of the Fight Club. Anyway, I need a strong piece on the board. Itadori, want to get high on my fever? Ooh. As we're getting a flashback to Megumi saying, bring up Jujutsu High last. He's like, boss, I need to ask you. Boom, chaka, 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 ba-boom. What is going on? Chaka, boom, chaka, chaka, boom, boom, chaka. As he's looking at the phone, and it's like, Itadori, you want a drink? As he sees a missed call, and it's like, sure, but no alcohol. Hikari's like, but why? Can't you handle liquor? As Itadori is like, it's not that, it's just, I'm underage. You don't look the type to care, coming from Hikari. Did you know Satoru Gojo can't drink either? Oh, who's Gojo? Besides, it's more like I can't. Come now, all sorcerers know Satoru Gojo. Why pretend you don't? Oh, he takes a gulp. Are you a spy from Jujutsu High? No, wait. As he throws the glass at him, and then doors just appear next to him and try to close him in. And it's like, listen to, and he's trying to fight. He's like, hey, listen to. Oh, and now we're just getting into the fight. And another door just crashes between his head, and it's like, Itadori, just listen, when I get a call from Kiara, and he's like, cough, when I get a call from Kiara, means something's up. Oh, and dang, he's just laying into Hikari, and Itadori just grabs him and is like, we've only come to request Hikari's cooperation. And he just headbutts him in the head, and it's like, listen to me, no, because I feel cold. Oh gosh, you're just fighting inside as we have cut back out to outside with Megumi's like, we're at deadlock perfect. Kirara, we aren't necessary on Jujutsu High's side. You know the current situation in Tokyo, right? The barriers appearing all over are related. There was a unprecedented Jujutsu terrorist attack. We need Hikari's cooperation. You excluded us first, so it's your own fault. We're not with Jujutsu High. We happened between you and the higher-ups. What happened between you and the higher-ups? They fought with the conservative faction, and conservative don't just mean with regards to regulation. They have specific ideas about what Jujutsu should be like. They like conventional. Gosh, I can't speak. They like conventional Jujutsu that's easy to understand, like Kugisaki's curse technique. Over time, Jujutsu has blended with tech like those cursed videos that were popular a while back. And when it starts affecting curse techniques, the conservatives start to grumble. Ken's curse technique is a perfect example. The big shots have it all backwards. That's why they lost. But Satoru Gojo always cleans up your messes. So why do you need us? Maybe you're lying and came here for the other purposes. Satoru Sensei got sealed. That's why we lost. And she's just, she is just looking like, Kirara doesn't believe us. I know this feeling, but Kirara is the person closest to Hikari. Rabbit escape! Rabbits? If we convince Kirara, negotiations with Hikari will go more smoothly. Oh, also, where did he get all of these buddies from? Also, now that I'm looking at Kirara, yeah, it might be a guy. It just might be a guy. I still don't know. But, oh, wow, yeah, that's also the end of the reaction. Alright, so, a lot to say about this chapter. Not a whole lot really happened. I guess this is a review section of this video. There was just a strong focus on Hikari's, like, motives and what he wants, as well as, him figuring out that, Itadori may be a spy. It's very interesting. We get a lot of characterization for, Hikari and how he views the world, and we also get a weird understanding of how Jujutsu society kind of works, or at least how certain sides work, particularly when it comes to the older guard in relationship to different cursed spirits and cursed techniques within the second part with Kirara, where we gain the information that the conventional Jujutsu that the conventional Jujutsu sorcerers that are in charge just want it to be extremely simple, like a simple curse technique that is easy to understand, and that as soon as it gets connected with technology and gets more complex, they are like, okay, no, we gotta stop it. Which makes sense because Satoru Gojo's technique is literally the embodiment of complexity, which is probably why he's always been at odds with each other. So it's interesting that we get to see that understanding of it, and most likely that Hikari also has a curse technique that falls under that same vein of being a curse technique that is not conventional, that is hard to understand, and that he's probably was outcast because of that, as well as like the dirty deeds that he did. So from what we're getting in this chapter, most likely Hikari can and is probably going to be an ally, but the problem is that he is unwilling to listen to Itadori, who, unfortunately, even though, and it's funny because he's like, Itadori is obviously a Jujutsu sorcerer, but he doesn't have like a cursed technique or cursed spirit energy, so even lying to him, which, you know what's ironic is that Megumi taught about a lie, and when he finally lies, it gets him into trouble. So yeah, we do get a lot of fighting in this chapter, mainly from Hikari and Itadori, and I just really love probably the best scene in this entire chapter is probably Itadori headbutting Hikari. He's like, listen to me, and Hikari saying no. So yeah, it's very interesting to see how Hikari views the world and how he views the world as a fever, and that everyone has this fever and his goal is just to continue having that fever and to rule over the world sort of kind of through the Fight Club so that he can always have that fever. So all in all, at the very least, we got to get more characterization of Hikari in this chapter. They, at the very least, know what's going on, sort of, kinda, and now, most likely, the rest of this arc is going to be focused on Panda, Megumi, and Itadori trying to convince Hikari and Kirara about what is going on, and hopefully they'll be able to convince them. So yeah, pretty much all I really have to say about this chapter. It was still really good, probably weaker than what I thought it was going to be, but it's still a very good chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And if you like this video, if you like the reaction, leave a like down below. What did you think of this chapter? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this type of content, as well as hit that notification bell to be notified for whenever I upload stuff like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!